Okay, welcome to another edition of the Above the Bridge podcast. This is episode 53. I'm your host, Thaddeus. Shout out to our producer, boy band, John. What's up, John? All right. Hey, that's an old school shirt. I like that. I used to have one of those. Anyway, shout out to our sponsors, Defend Hawaii. If you go to defendhawaii.com, use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout and you'll receive 15% off your entire purchase order. Defendhawaii.com. Go check it out. Also, if you go to IREP Detail Company, go check out Kaika. He has a new store in Temple Valley Shopping Center. If you need to detail your car, he has all the products you would need to do that. Go check him out. IREP Detail Supply Company. Last but not least, we got Hawaii Candy Factory. If you go on their website, go grab some grinds. They got some lihimui gushers, nerds, a whole bunch of crazy candy concoctions. They local it up with some lihimui. Go to hawaiicandyfactory.com. Use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout. They have these noms. Go get some 15% off your entire purchase order. Okay, so this week's guest on Above the Bridge podcast, one of Hawaii's own UFC fighters. I got to meet him once at Russell's baby party. His name is Punahele Soriano. What's up, man?
What's up? How are you?
Good. I met you right at Russell's. Was it his baby party or was it the
Yes,
what is it? The shower, baby shower.
Baby shower. Yeah. Funny story. Actually, I think we kind of met before, but you might not have known. I used to work at Lulu's. I was like one of the security guys, and like I think like I met you there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hoppa used to DJ there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Wow, man. So you're in Vegas now.
Yeah.
So how did you got your fighting career started and then you moved to Vegas? How do you like being in Vegas?
It's cool, man. Vegas is dope. There's a lot to do. I mean, of course, I'm gonna miss my family. I'm gonna miss like the water and stuff, but I'm having so much fun. I train every day, and like that's what I love. So I'm doing exactly what I love. And when I'm not, I'm like a kid. I'm just playing video games or like just hanging out, you know. So I'm really living the life. And Vegas is dope. Like Cali is close. There's other states close. You can really do anything.
That's the thing, man. You can just jump on a plane or car and like you're somewhere else in like a matter of hours. So what, did you ever think about moving to the mainland prior to your fighting career? Was that like a goal of yours or it just kind of fell into place once you started competing?
Um, I moved from Iowa to Hawaii when I graduated college. I went to college in Iowa, graduated, and came back home to Hawaii, started working and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm home. Like, I'm going to live here forever. And then, next thing I know, I'm going to Vegas to train.
So you went from Iowa. So wait, you started like your martial arts career at a young age, or were you just wrestling or stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically martial arts, but yeah, I started wrestling in ninth grade, wrestling and judo, and then just kind of kept on from there.
Oh, that's cool. And what you're from North Shore side, correct?
Yeah, I live from Wailua, and then I actually went to Kahuku in high school and just like caught the city bus there every morning. Me and Dan Ige would like catch the bus every morning. Those are some fun times. And
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, so both you guys grad Kahuku.
Yeah, he's a year older than me.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So from Kahuku, like you were a wrestler in Kahuku, and then what I assume you went to Iowa to wrestle?
Yeah, so we went to a small D3 called Wartburg College. It was in Waverly, Iowa. And I knew nothing about it. Dan Ige, so he was a year older than me, graduated. He went there with one of our friends from Castle, Andrew Johnson. And I knew nothing about it. He was just like telling me how good it was, how good the wrestlers there are, and I was told like he didn't tell me how cold it was. He didn't tell me like how hard it was and stuff there.
Oh yeah, Iowa,
Yeah.
I guess is super cold. I got to go there one time to compete in Taekwondo, but it wasn't
No way.
cold, but it was far though. It's definitely I had grits for the first time. Like, I didn't know what the hell
Yeah.
grits was before that. They had some
I still
crazy
don't really
howly
know.
food, huh? Like it's like
Yeah.
shit you never even heard of. I still don't know
I
what
still
a
don't
grit
even.
is.
Yeah. I'll eat it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So wrestling in the mainland, how is that? Because Iowa, they have like some big power schools there, but
Mm.
I would assume it's super competitive, huh?
Yeah, super. I mean, those guys are wrestling from a super young age, and just the curve from that difference, like years of experience difference. My first year there, I was getting smoked in the practice room. Like everybody is beating me up. But towards the end of the year, I kind of started to like break even with everybody, and I would like put up a better fight. So like I would slowly kind of start adjusting and making my way up there.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And
Yeah,
what is a 2 year college?
it was a 4 year, yeah, 4 year college.
What did you grad at? Like, what was your major?
It was fitness management. At first I did like education and then business, and I was like, oh, I'm too dumb for these. So I was just like, I'm gonna, I'm gonna be in the gym all the time. So I'll just do like a fitness major or something.
Oh, that's kind of smart. It's kind of more what your passion is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So it all kind of worked out.
Yep. So you graduated, moved to Hawaii, and got into MMA.
Yeah, so I moved home and I was just working a couple of jobs, same old. And Dan Ige invited me at first just to come to wrestling. So I'll just come once a week to wrestling practices, and then I kind
Where
of like
where at?
MMA development. I forget where we were at the time. We were
Oh,
bouncing
that's
around all
Kaneohe
over.
side, huh?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Wolf brothers, huh?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, that's
And
super
then
cool.
yeah, they're like my sensei.
That's
Randy Wolf is
awesome.
my sensei. But I got some funny stories about that guy. I'll bring up later. But
Yeah.
um shoot, yeah. So dad just invited me to start wrestling, and I got the bug. Like I just watched everybody hit mitts and stuff, and I thought it was cool. And I've always been interested in the sport, so I kind of just hopped in, and I'm lucky I was good at it, I guess.
Yeah, it seemed like a natural, it seemed like a super fast transition from when you were amateur and then all of a sudden, bro, you got signed to UFC. I'm just like, whoa, like that was fast. It seemed fast. I
Yeah,
mean, maybe not for you, but as a fan, maybe.
yeah, no, sort of like um, I guess it kind of worked out though. Like I gave myself a 2 year timeline from when I moved from Hawaii to Vegas to get into the UFC, and I think I beat it. No, no, I either was short by a month or I beat it by a month. It was one of the two. I can't remember, but yeah, it was quick. I did 5 AMI fights, three three MMAs, and 2 AMI kickboxings, and then I went pro, and yeah,
Did you get to compete in Hawaii?
yeah. I my first fight, John Farrell. We fought at X1, I believe.
Oh, okay. You never
One.
fought Destiny, did you?
No, I never did.
Yeah, because I would have
Yeah,
remembered having a player walkout music or something.
yeah. No, I wish. I remember. I watched a lot of the shows,
Yeah,
but
those are always good
never
fun.
got to. Oh, they are. They're super good fun.
Yeah. Were you always like you always get into beefs when you're a little kid or like I always ask that question
No,
every time a fighter's on.
no. So like, uh, never got into like any fight in my life. I I actually like. I wouldn't say I was bullied, but like I was a smaller guy, and like um uh not necessarily bullying, but like people would come at me, and I just like try to play it off and make it like a joke. So I was kind of like the funny guy, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
I just
yeah.
turned everything into a joke. um, yeah, so I just kind of really got lucky. I was all right at it.
So how was the first time competing? Is kind of like the first time you're actually getting like punched in the face for real, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. So my very first fight was crazy. First of all, it was at light heavyweight 205. The
Oh
guy didn't
wow.
make weight. Yeah,
Wait, how
the guy
tall
didn't
are
make
you?
weight. 5'11", so I'm like not the biggest guy to begin with.
Okay, okay.
I was just fat before that. I was like 240 prior to my
Oh
first fight.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I seen pictures. You were bigger.
yeah. I was kind of mad at my friends. Like no one told me I was getting big.
I
But
guess when you're getting bigger, it's kind of a gradual thing, and it just
yeah,
seems
yeah,
to. Same thing happened with me. I was like all of a sudden I was like 170 pounds. I'm like, brah, and I was telling my friends the same thing. Like, brah, you see me? Like, what the fuck? Let
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
know.
What's up, bro? No, but I remember that first fight. Oh, I was terrified. Yeah, we're at light heavyweight. He didn't make weight, and at amateur, like, there's no money involved. So if you don't make weight, it's like, we can still fight, or we can not fight. I was like, all right, I guess I'll fight this big giant guy. And
And
like,
it's your first time ever.
yeah, and I had been training only like 6 months, maybe. I don't know. I had no clue what I was doing, really. This guy was like 4-2. His name was, I think it was Rashad Goff, big military guy. I was terrified for sure. I remember like right when the fight started, I was like, I don't know, and I just threw a big overhand and hit him. And I was like, oh, I hit him. And then I like my eyes got real big, and I think I like shot and double legged him, and just like went crazy on him for 10 seconds, and just like gassed out. and, and then he kind of came back and beat me up a little, but like I ended up finishing him, but it was crazy.
That's crazy. And then that's probably the first time you had like a big time adrenaline dump.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. That was
Yeah.
insane.
Oh, that's it. That's super funny. Oh, that's so your first real fight, like getting in a scrap, was like in a competition.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm super non like confrontational as it is. I just have fun, and like from that to a real fight.
That's kind of cool. Um, so you competed amateur, and then there's another question I always ask because I'm always like to hear this kind of stories. Like when you get invited and a contract to the
Mhm.
UFC, like how did that play out? Like how did that go down?
Um, so after I left Hawaii, I was just on the regional circuit, just getting fights in. I was doing pretty good. I was finishing everybody in the first round, so I got invited to the contender series. Um, and that's super cool. You don't have to stay in the house. It's not like the Ultimate Fighter. You don't have to
Yeah.
do all that. It's just one fight. If they like you, they bring you in. So that was super cool. Um, I fought like this giant, scary guy. He's in the UFC now, Jamie Pickett. Fought him. That was the first time like I didn't finish someone. First time I went to a decision, and that kind of was like another adrenaline dump. Like the feeling I felt after that. I remember like
Oh.
2 hours after, my heart was just like hurting, like just beating so hard. But no, it was cool. I actually thought I wasn't gonna get the contract. So after you fight, they have you line up in the back, and like Dana White will come and kind of give a spiel about every single fight that happened. And I kind of thought I wasn't gonna get it. So like every like interview prior to like sitting down with the chairs, I kind of melted a little. I was just like kind of tearing up, like, oh, I just tried my best. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta sell it, man.
Yeah, yeah. And some of it was real tears, but well, I was like, I'll just melt it a little. But it worked. Got the contract and made it in.
I know, I do remember that, and I do remember like, oh, he's on the contender series, and like we're all posting, and like, oh, bro, you got a
Yeah.
chance, and then you got in. So that was at the Apex, huh? Have
Yeah,
you got to compete at the Apex since?
yeah. My last two fights was at the Apex. So it's pretty cool. It's all right.
So if you had a choice, because I always like kind of wondered about the Apex versus a big arena that's packed with people, like what
Mhm.
would you prefer?
I like the people 100%. So I fought in Abu Dhabi, same card as Max and Cater.
Oh, that's right.
Um, I opened up the main event and they had fans and it was like the first time in a while, but it was still kind of empty when I fought. But just the maybe 20% of fans there like was electric. Anytime you do something big, and they go ah, and it's like the craziest feeling.
So how was that? That was like the fight island they're billing it as.
Mhm.
How was the flight down there? That must have took forever.
Oh, it was terrible. I mean, like it's the most luxurious flight you'll ever take. Like the food's amazing, the service is amazing, the workers are so incredibly nice, but the flight just like 16 hours still sucks.
Oh yeah.
I had like these strawberry flavored melatonins, so I remember just like eating a handful of like candy and like just passing out, and I'd wake up, not check nothing, just go straight to the melatonin, put more in my hand, and just like eating it, going straight to sleep, and eventually I just woke up there.
Oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. So Abu Dhabi is like a super nice. It's like Dubai, I guess, a little bit like
Mhm.
all Arabs and stuff. I heard they have a lot of rules there where you can't do like certain stuff or you get in trouble. I like chew gum or like swear. I don't know. I don't know if it's just rumors.
No, I think that's true. Like, I don't think you can even like spit on the ground or something like that. Like my coach chews tobacco, so like he was always getting in trouble.
Oh,
But like even I don't think you can even like say bad things. So like say I'm like, I'm not happy with like this or that about the government. Like you can't really say that kind of stuff there. Like
oh wow.
I think I was watching my tongue just in case.
Yeah, I'd be too, man. You don't get stuck in one of those jails. So,
No way.
so what they make you just stay in the room the whole time, huh?
The first 2 days, it was a pretty strict quarantine. The first 2 days when you land, you quarantine heavy. But it was kind of funny because we were next door to our coach or other teammate, I forget who it was, and we were just like walking back and forth into their room, hanging out with them, coming back to our room.
Oh, that's cool.
So like,
Well, you guys bring your video
yeah,
games and stuff like that.
yeah. The connection kind of sucks still, like the Wi-Fi
Oh,
sucks. But like you would get to play the game, but it was like so choppy, like you don't have a single chance.
oh. And then that arena they made, it was like kind of a makeshift arena, or was it like it's
Yeah,
a solid
so they built
structure?
it from scratch. It was
That's
a solid
crazy.
structure, and they built it from scratch. Like it was insane. It was like a miniature football dome, I guess, kind of. It was dope.
That's pretty cool. I mean, not many people
Yeah.
can say they got to do that. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool.
Oh, it was cool to just be there. Like it was like being in the future and being in like the far past at the same time.
Oh,
Just
that's
like
kind of cool.
super like nice buildings, like futuristic looking buildings, yachts and stuff. And then it's just like everything else that's not built on is like a desert.
Oh,
It was like barren.
that's crazy. Did you get
Yeah.
to do like sightseeing or anything like that? Or as soon as your fight was done, you had to go home?
No, we're actually stuck in the hotel, so we couldn't really leave the property of the hotel because the bubble was so strict.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of sucked also because they had three fights in a week, and I think we were the first fight, and we had to
Oh,
wait for the
yeah.
last fight to go home. So
Oh,
we had to wait like an extra 5 days there.
could you go to the other fights or?
I think we had to watch in our rooms.
Ah,
Like, could you imagine losing and having to stay at
I
the
was just
hotel
gonna
like
say that. At
prisoner?
least you
Yeah.
won, bro. At least you was in a good mood the whole time
Oh,
after.
I know.
that would suck balls. You lose, and then you just gotta sit in your room for like.
I would like go to the pool every day, and it's super nice. And I would see my opponent, and I would just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Like, I
Well,
have
you
to
knocked
do
him
it."
out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, so that's awkward. Huh?
Oh, it was super awkward, but he's cool. Like we became friends and stuff, I guess.
That's cool. At least there's some of that, a lot of that between competitors, and it's a
For
fight,
sure.
but it's still a competition. And hopefully afterwards everybody's cool. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's animosity with some people, but shit, that's what makes it a cool sport where you can just pound each other out, and all of a sudden you can have a beer with that person after.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of respect in this game. I mean, it might be a little more different for me because like I was like just a huge fan before I even started training, and then like it was just so quick that I still like I'm still that fan, and like I'm just around all these fighters.
Oh, that's super cool. So how is
Yeah.
it going to the mainland? I do know you have a lot of local guys at your gym, but how is it like, I guess with a new kind of culture and a new
Mhm.
mainland style, how is adapting to that and being able to train with people like that doesn't have that same aloha or that same kind of Hawaii mentality?
Yeah. I honestly just was so focused on like, all right, I was like on a mission. Like, so when I first moved up here, I was living at Dan's house actually in the guest room, and I was kind of just like trying to get a house first and just settled before like my girlfriend came, all that. So like I was just on a mission, just like hunting jobs, hunting this, hunting that, everything I needed. And in like maybe 2 weeks, I had like gotten a job, got an apartment, gotten this, gotten that, and like we're set. So I didn't see too much or like didn't have to get acclimated too much. I kind of just jumped right into the fire.
Oh, that's cool. So your girlfriend lives with you now up there?
Yeah, yeah. For 5 years now, we've been
Oh,
together up
you've been
here.
up there that long?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so Russell's
Kind of
kid is at
crazy.
least five then.
At least,
At
yeah,
least.
for sure.
Oh, good for you, man. And of course that
Yeah.
shows the support that she has for you. That must be cool, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's kind of funny because we always joke about it because we started dating and stuff like uh in my amateur career. So she's always like, you know, I wasn't here for the money and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good. Hey,
Yeah,
she's there
yeah,
at your worst, and it's easy to bring her up when you're at your best. You
for
know what I mean?
sure. Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
that's a
nice.
cool story. And what? How was
Yeah,
her moving up there? Was I mean, for one, it shows that she's all in to be with you, but like
yeah,
she
yeah.
still had to adapt. That must have been different, right?
Yeah, but like, so we're weirdly similar. Like, our personalities like are weirdly similar, and she's just like super happy-go-lucky like me. So it's not too much will bother her either. So like, once she came up here, I think it was kind of just like a never-ending adventure ride. Like we're just having fun this whole time.
Oh, that's super cool, man.
Yeah, yeah. I hope at least. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe she hates it, but
She's not telling you, huh?
yeah, yeah.
What does she do up there?
She works at a little like coffee shop called Cafe Lola.
Oh, cool.
It's a cutesy little thing. Cutesy little.
So from watching you on the UFC and stuff like that, your humor does come out, and you seem like a silly dude that doesn't take much serious. But I mean, it's when it's time to do work, then it's time to do work. But how does
Mhm.
your humor transition into MMA, bro? It seems like even like what I was just watching you bang the freaking cage walking in, and then the second time you're just like, oh, like it's like, how do you even think of that, bro? It's kind of strategic, but it makes you notable. You know what I mean?
Kind of in a, like anyone who knows me knows the first clip of me bumping into that wall is like prime me, just like a stupid silly thing to happen. Like that's 100% like who I've always been. But I don't know. I was voted class clown in high school. Kind of proudly rep that. And I don't know. I just try to have fun with everything I do. I feel like when I'm joking around and just playing and having fun, I'm like at my best.
So how's that transition when you're training? Can you be silly and have fun like that, or straight freaking work, or is kind of mixed in?
It's mixed in. Like it took me a little to kind of figure out the fine balance. Like my whole life, I feel like everyone's always told me you gotta get more serious. Like you need people to start taking you seriously. You gotta get serious. And I just like never did. But I think just like finally growing up and maturing just kind of helped me like just bring it down a little. Now I know like when and where I can do that kind of stuff, or like sometimes it just is still in me. Like I bump the cage and I do something funny. So I don't know.
So if you're in Vegas, your team probably gets to compete. Do you get to travel with them a lot to watch them fight or corner them or whatnot?
Here and there. So like I usually only go if I can get like free tickets. Uh, yeah, that's kind of bad, but I only go if I can get free tickets. I recently went to Florida to corner my buddy Ryder Newman in Eagle FC, so that was nice.
Oh, that must have been cool. That's Khabib's
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
right?
his promotion. It was crazy. It's only like their second show, and they're like super professional, like pretty much like the UFC.
Oh, that's super cool. They're like kind of becoming like a feeder. Hopefully they get guys into there.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
looking
what
dope.
so I always hear of your coach, and I kind of talk to you this off air about your coaching and stuff. And it seems like you guys got a solid team and good coaches, huh?
Yeah, I mean, luckily, I think just by the nature of the sport, anybody that doesn't fit kind of just weeds himself out.
Mm.
So like, it's just what's that called? Like natural selection,
Oh
natural
yeah.
selection. Like people just getting chopped left and right. You'll see people show up for like a week, 2 weeks, a month, and then just like it wasn't really for them.
So do they have like classes open to the public and then like a fight
Mhm.
team, or straight like you gotta be part of the fight team to be in this gym?
So you just need to be invited to the pro team. So we do have a pro team, we have an amateur team, and we have classes for the public as well. All sorts of classes, kickboxing classes, cardio, kickboxing, like circuit training, your basic like gym things. Super good, super catering to all levels from beginner to expert. Sometimes even like the pros will dabble in those classes.
Do you
Um,
teach any of those classes or?
no, I don't. It's funny because like every now and then, I work the front desk at Extreme,
Oh,
and
okay.
every now and then, like maybe someone's like tire will get flat or something happens, and like the teacher can't make it, and they're like, "All right, Puna, like we need you to do this class." And like the last time I did it, it was like a kids class, and I think we just like played games or something. I think we just played dodgeball or something. I don't
So the
know.
kids must like when Puna's teaching, huh?
Yeah,
It's gonna be
yeah.
a fun
I don't
day.
like it though. I'm scared I'm gonna get in trouble.
So, like you said, you're with Extreme Couture, right? That was Randy Couture's
Mhm.
gym that he kind of passed
Mhm.
on. Do you ever get to meet him, or like how many cool
Yeah, so
people
he
come through?
all the time. So Randy Couture is Randy Couture's gym. He passed it down to his son Ryan, who owns it now. He's my boss. Him and Eric Lickstick. And yeah, like it's crazy every time Randy comes in. I always get the desk and like when you come in through the gym, I can't really see you, so you'll be like in my blind spot and you'll just show up in my peripherals. And like
Oh,
he'll only just like walk through and I'm just like, oh, oh, oh. I can't even talk. I'm just like, oh, hi, Randy.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
especially if
probably my
you're a fan. Yeah.
yeah, he's probably like my most favorite person I've seen and like see frequently. Um,
Yeah. Do you
I
get
guess
to like talk story with him and stuff?
yeah, he's super nice. Like, I always assume he doesn't want to talk to me and like I'm wasting the time. But like he's the one starting conversation with me, and I'm thinking that like just being in my head. But yeah, he's super nice. Like he'll talk to anybody in the gym.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, and then I think like the next like let's see who else have I seen? I've seen that Dan Balzarian guy at the gym.
Oh, really? Did he have a
Yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
girls with him?
I don't think so. Not that time. He was just hit and miss. But and St. Francis every day is always cool.
That guy must be enormous, huh?
Oh, he's a freak. He's so big.
I was tripping. I seen Puni, your teammate,
Yeah,
who I
yeah,
know. All of a sudden, I'm like scrolling on my Instagram, and there's a sports center, and it shows Puni just freaking laying it into Francis in
yeah,
the
yeah.
stomach, and I'm just like, what is even happening right now? Like, that's like just like punching Francis, like, and he's showing like how he can take it. I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like that must be a trip, dude. That's a
It, it really is. Like normally day to day, like you don't really think about it. You're just like, hey, Francis, like you jump on his back or something. But like every now and then, you're just like, oh, like, I'm really friends with the most dangerous guy in the world. This is
no
cool.
shit. Well, you ever get to
Yeah.
train with him and stuff?
Uh, yeah, but it's like it's not realistic because like he would smash me in 1 second if he really wanted to. Like it's just like for fun. Like if he's not looking, like I'll jump on his back or something, or like sometimes he'll just sneak up on me and attack me. And that always sucks. I have to pretend
Oh
like
yeah.
like he's really like smashing me, like my head's turned and stuff, and I'm trying to pretend like, oh, this is so fun, Francis. You're my buddy.
Bro, I know what I wanted to ask you, and because like I'm a short guy, I'm 5'6", and
Mhm.
you're 5'11". You're not super tall, but you do fight at middleweight where there's some
Mhm.
freaking I mean, the champ is 6 something, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
have you ever thought about cutting weight, or you like the division you're at? Like, how did you even get into that division?
Oh, yeah. So, so I was like real big after college, like I said. I was like 240, made it to 205. And I was like, I think I can go down one more time. And yeah, I was able to make it. I made it to 85. And then I just kind of enjoyed life and enjoyed eating and never, I don't have to cut too much now. Like the week of the fight, I'll probably cut 5 pounds.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, so I'm kind of chilling. But we finally did like tests and stuff with the PI. So like officially, I can say I cannot make 170. Like they did
Oh
like a DEXA scan, like a body density test, like the ones that like measure your fat or what
yeah.
you burn with your metabolism and whatnot. So they're like, like you cannot make 170. So that's like kind of nice for me, but I'm still stuck in between. But to answer your question, like I don't know, I just always know I'm the shorter guy, so like I guess I never have to worry about fighting someone with a shorter reach because that's like always me.
So you can just train guys with long arms, huh? Train with
Yeah, yeah.
oh, that's kind of interesting. Like, I mean, you are kind of like you're muscular. So I was always like, bro, if you lose weight, you will lose power, or
Yeah.
how it works. But it's kind of good scientifically how they kind of break
Mhm.
that down. And I work at the Cancer Research Center, and we do a lot
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with the DEXA scans. So
Hmm.
I know that, and I guess it would give you a good reading to where it would keep you in a realm where you're safe. Because if you start
Yeah.
cutting crazy weight, and I mean, I've seen it before, like people cramp up or pass out, or I mean,
Yeah,
it gets
yeah.
dangerous. Like you can get injured, and then you got to go fight somebody the next day.
I couldn't imagine. Like I always say, like it's the worst thing to watch. I don't really watch people cut weight, but like I've seen people at weigh-ins, and it's scary sometimes when their eyes are like sucked kind of like
Oh
to the back of
yeah,
their head, and their voice sounds like this.
yeah,
They can only talk after these breaths. Like it's so scary.
yeah. I seen some guys at the Destiny guys weighing in, and I'm like, bro, they have like the claw because they're all
Yeah, yeah, cramping.
dehydrated. Yeah, I'm just like, bruh, like what? you might need to go to the doctors.
Oh, it's intense. It's intense. But the UFC actually helps you. Like they'll do the whole weight cut with you from the week of the fight. They'll kind of like prep you. They'll help you do the correct water load according to like your weight and what you lose per night and things like that. So it's
Oh.
super nice.
So they break it down like in a scientific way to where you can cut weight safely. Well, you 5 pounds just
Yeah,
one good
yeah,
shit in the
yeah.
morning
It's
and you're
easy.
all okay.
Yeah, I
How
never
is
really
the PI?
complained.
How is the
Oh,
PI
it's
over
a
there?
dream. Like it's a resort. It's a resort for fighters. Like top of the line physical therapy, top of the line strength and conditioning, top of the line everything, food, equipment, recovery. Like everyone there is there to help you from the janitorial staff to like the top of the line. You know, like everyone is so nice there. They go out of their way to like say hello and things like that. It's just super good place to be.
That's cool. And I guess they gotta take care of you. You're the main attractions of their show. So they
Yeah,
gotta
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
And we
like
get free food too. It's the best thing.
what every day just because you live Vegas or like fight week or whatever.
No, every day, every day. We'll kind of just show up. We get like two breakfasts and two lunches, I guess,
Oh
kind of.
wow.
I just get the same thing. I get oatmeal and a breakfast burrito for breakfast.
Oh, so you just swing by on your way to the gym.
Yeah, yeah, just whatever. Yeah.
That's super cool. Have you ever like seen people you're gonna fight or like that kind of situation? Like
Oh yeah, I hate it. It's always so awkward.
you guys stuck in an elevator together or something, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But I always just try to like go out of my way to just like be extra nice, like, oh hey, what's up, man? Thank you for the fight. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Yada yada. Like fighting is already hard enough. I don't want to make this guy mad,
Oh yeah.
and now I've got to deal with that stuff too.
Have you ever had to deal with like some trash talk and that kind of situation, like prior to a fight with the press conference or whatever?
No, not prior to the fight. And even if it did, I'd probably be like the worst person to trash talk. Like I'd probably just, I don't know, laugh and agree with you. Oh yeah, you're right.
I guess that might be fun. Hopefully you fight
Yeah,
somebody that
yeah,
talks shit and then you could just play with
yeah.
that, you know what I mean?
I also like, I'm kind of afraid that I would just like either I would just be nonchalant like that, or I would just like go for the lowest blow I could think of right away.
Okay, I hope
One
that
of the two.
happens. I'm gonna look for that. Because if you be on freaking ESPN, look what Puna just said to his opponent. Hey, that might be how you freaking take it to the next
Maybe.
level.
Hopefully not, but maybe.
I guess that's what it's becoming a little bit. And I guess because Connor
Mm,
and everything, like they kind of make it to where the more animated and controversial the fighters are, the better draw it is. But that's kind of shitty because then it takes away from the whole martial arts aspect. And I
mm,
always like the quieter fighters like Khabib and like GSP
yeah,
and like
yeah,
that was the ones that I kind of gravitated as fans. I do like Adesanya unless you get to fight him,
yeah.
but
Oh, thank
that's
you,
the
thank
truth,
you.
bro. You're gonna fight him for the belt, bro. That's the guy, right? He's your
Yeah,
division, right?
yeah. He's
Oh
so
man,
good. Yeah,
that's a good goal to work for. But that guy is tall, so
yeah.
You take him
Oh,
out
I
and get
know.
his belt. I definitely gonna fly up for that.
He's super cool too. I've met him at the PI a few times, and like we just like chatted up and stuff. So it was
Oh,
cool to
that's
kind of
cool.
just like talk to the champ, you know?
And he's in your division, and
Yeah, yeah,
I guess that's how it should be, in my opinion. Like,
yeah. To me, like if you're the champ, like in my opinion, like you're the king. You know, you king of the castle, and everyone else is just like a peasant. I don't know.
one day, man, one day.
Yeah, yeah.
So future, bruh, like say your competing days are behind you and like you're
Hmm.
moving forward in life, what would you kind of want to get into, or what would be your new goals? I mean, you do have a college degree and like most fighters don't, so that's kind of working in your favor.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. Except like a few things, like a few mishaps with fitness degrees. Like it's kind of a trick because a lot of that business it's all about certificates and not so
Oh,
much like your degrees. And once I found that out, I was so salty. I was like, I spent 4 years in school where I could have just bought
did an
this for
online
50 bucks.
course.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. No, afterwards, um, I was just talking about this with somebody. I kind of want to be like a yogi, like just do yoga every day. I want to be well off enough to where I don't have to work and like my family's taken care of. But I just want to like feel good. Like I push through so much pain from day to day, just like little aches here, little aches there. I just want to like feel good, just not have to worry about being sore.
Yeah. So
I
how do
feel like if
you?
I'm
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was just saying like if I feel like if I become like heavy into yoga or something, I could maybe do that.
Oh, that's cool. What do you do for recovery? I mean, being an MMA fighter is probably second to none in body
Yeah.
pain. Fuck.
Yeah. There's a few different things. Like I've been getting better at stretching. I suck at stretching. I'm pretty flexible. Like I can do the splits and stuff in live competition. Um, but like day to day, I can like barely touch my knees. You know. Um, um, shoot, I forget what the question was already.
Like what kind of stuff do you do for recovery?
Oh
Like
yeah,
you get
recovery. Sorry.
massages and all that.
So yeah, yeah, they'll do like manual recovery at the PI, but a lot of the times it's more around an injury. So like it
Oh,
kind of sucks because you're gonna have to strengthen around it. Like, oh, it's another workout you gotta do.
hmm.
Um, I like ice baths, saunas. I have these boots called Normatec boots that kind of like inflate and
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, some recovery that way. Drinking water is like crucial for up here because it's so like hot.
Oh yeah. I mean, your body is your livelihood, so you gotta take care, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and like I'm not getting any younger, so I'm not that young kid who could just like wake up and do some sprints or
Yeah.
go fight whatever.
Just takes like warming up just to go to the bathroom. Huh?
Oh man, it's rough. Like it really does take me like a 30, 40 minute warm up and like I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
So
just get
hard.
out of bed. I do picking pineapples just to
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
brush my teeth. Oh, that's
Those
super
are the
cool.
days.
But so as a fighter, I always ask this question also, like if you have kids and stuff, would you recommend fighting for if your children wanted to do it?
I don't know. Like I, they I would allow them to wrestle first and if they were freaking nasty, then then I would say yeah, but it's so hard. Like when I watch my friends fight, it's the hardest thing like in the
Oh
world for
yeah.
me. Uh, I hate watching Dan's fight. Danny every time he fights, I'm just like I hate it. I don't feel good. I'm sweaty. I think I'm gonna throw up. Like so, I couldn't imagine like my own kid.
Oh yeah. So you can't fight because I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, yeah. So
Go play soccer.
yeah, yeah.
That's kind of cool. That's funny, but I do understand. Like, I used to teach martial arts, and when our
Mhm.
students, the little kids, would fight, oh, I would have so much anxiety. And then if I compete, I'd be like,
Yeah,
they gotta
yeah,
wake me up in the holding area. It's like, oh, you're next. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I definitely understand that. It's way more nerve wracking when someone you care about is competing.
Mhm.
That's
It's the
nuts.
worst, man. Like it's so good and like gratifying when they win, and like you
Yeah.
just get to come together and celebrate for them. But just watching it is so hard.
Like, yeah, or I would think like, okay, say maybe two guys or three guys on your team are fighting in the same night, and maybe two guys
Mhm.
win and one guy loses. Like, oh, like how do you
Yeah,
be like, yeah, we won, oh, except you, fuck, like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
That is
kind of
hard.
crazy.
I've kind of been on both ends of that. Like, been on the end where I've been the guy that won, and I've been on the end where I've been the guy that lost. And I don't know. You just got to move on.
That's true. That's true. And
Yeah,
you do seem like you have a solid team around you. So I guess when one wins,
yeah,
it's definitely a good feeling for sure.
yeah. Yeah. Like, just circling back to having a good team around me real quick. Like, I feel like I never really noticed it either until I started working for Extreme Couture, and when I started working the front desk, I just got to see like how much Eric does, how much Ryan does, and like how much everyone else does around me. Like, and I was like, oh man, like, all right, it kind of like lets you know that, like, I don't know, puts it in perspective, I guess.
Yeah. And then they obviously become family. It's like you sweat and around those
Yeah,
people and
yeah, one
shed
hundred
blood.
percent.
Yeah. And that's cool. I mean, it does seem that way from your gym, from what I've been noticing as a fan. It's
Yeah,
got a good thing going, man.
yeah, it's fun too. Like, I don't know, I'm super grateful to be there every day. I look forward to it. If I don't go to practice, I'm like kind of down on those days.
Do you take days off? Like, you must have to, right?
Hmm. That's one thing I'm pretty in tune with. I think with my body, like if I really need a day off, like I know when I need a day off and when I'm just like kind of being like,
Oh,
I can determine the difference between those,
yeah, that's good.
and
So
like
what do
I'm
you
not
do?
afraid to take it off.
What do you do on your days off and free time?
Um, Clean the house, take the dogs out. I'll go on hikes and stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
live right next to a mountain, so if it's not too hot, I'm usually out by the mountain.
And you're not into that whole Vegas crazy life or anything like that?
No way. I used to actually work at the clubs. I used to work at a nightclub called Dre's Nightclub,
Oh, okay. I've been
and
there.
yeah,
That
yeah,
shit goes
yeah.
on
I was
forever.
like the front doorman, and yeah, it just wasn't for me. I would see the same people like come in like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like, man, you guys aren't tired of this yet? I've seen you do this for 4 months straight.
Oh man. Yeah, they gotta pay me to be in the club every week.
Uh, yeah, it's rough.
Okay, man. So I want to know some stories about Team Mad, bro. That's like, I know some of those guys. You said you had some crazy
Yeah, yeah.
stories. I want to hear some of that.
I mean,
I'm
I don't know
super
if it's.
close with Colin. You know what I mean? Colin
Oh yeah,
Mansas.
okay.
Yeah, his dad was
So,
my kickboxing coach. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. I used to teach
um,
him and his brother Taekwondo. Colin
oh
and his
wow,
brother Louis. Yep.
yeah. So Colin kind of took me in, and like so when Wolf got busy with like the stevedores and stuff, and like just kind of wasn't able to come around as much, Colin would like just call me, text me, and be like, hey, we're gonna train here, gonna train there. If I never needed a ride, he'd pick me up or just go out of his way to help me train for like I barely even knew the guy, and he was going out of his way to help me, you know.
That's that
So he's super
Monsanis.
cool.
Yeah.
I got a big spot in my heart for Colin.
Yeah. That's Puni's
Um,
cousin, right?
and Wolf, I don't know if it's just like a crazy story or it's just like how I felt, but like at this point, I didn't really know him either. I had just been training at the gym, and I think one day he just comes up to me, he looks me in the eye, and like he's kind of scary looking,
Yeah.
He looked me in the eye. Like, you want to train? Come to my house at 5 a.m. We'll train. Okay. Like I couldn't tell him no. I set like 10 alarms because I was so scared to miss this session with this guy. I didn't know like what he would do to me. But no, it ended up being like a super good training session, super smooth. He taught me a lot. It was scary, just to be at this guy's house that I barely even knew. But yeah, it was super fun, and I'm super grateful for it. I still keep up with Wolf to this day, and kind of just give him feedback and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Anthony Torres used to train over there too, huh?
Yeah. That was a bit before me.
Oh, okay.
But like when I came, everyone kind of had stopped training for whatever reason. Like it was kind of dwindling down. I remember at one point we were even kind of like gypsies. Like we didn't even have a place to train. Just every day we were just like hoping for a place to show up we can train at.
So they kind of started kind of bonding with Khalil them, right? That hybrid.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's super cool that East Side people have opportunities to train, and Khalil has a good program going, and like Harris is there. I just seen him today. They have a lot of they have a lot of good guys with a lot of talent, and they're bringing these kids up correct, and it's cool to see, and it's cool to give people on this side of the island opportunity. And they're having a smoker pretty soon, and it should be cool.
Yeah, there's like so much talent just on the island, and it's nice to see like you said, just a place for them to go and just like put in that work and get better. And you really see it when you see these young kids to run combos. Like all their combos are clean. It's like perfect straight punches, perfect angles and everything. And it's nice to see.
Yeah. And it's like there's a actual facility with professionals teaching, and it's structured classes and training programs. It's not like, we'll train in my garage, and
like honestly, there's not a big difference between the training here and the training there. Just maybe in a few places a little more professional. That and like bodies, just a lot more bigger bodies
and opportunities to train with professionals
for sure. That's a big one.
Yeah, I guess training with guys who are in the UFC competing is only going to make you better. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that made a big difference. I remember when I first came in, like how bad I would get beat up from like Brad and stuff. But just how like when you train with these guys, how quickly you bridge that gap too.
That's good.
It's nice, yeah.
The iron sharpens iron. That's what they say.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we've been going for over an hour. I think BBJ can give us the question of the week.
Question of the week is a two-parter question. Who is one fighter that you've always wanted to meet that you got to meet? And then the second question is, who is your dream matchup? Who would you want to pound with?
Who would you want to pound out?
So sorry, my if I keep leaning in like that, it's because my headphones died and like my phone's on like the lowest volume. I swear I'm not an old man and I know how to do technology. But like it's just super quiet and I can barely hear, but I'm making out what you guys say. Who's the guy I've wanted to meet? I've always wanted to meet Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I don't think I've ever met him yet, but I've always wanted to.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't have thought you would have picked that guy.
Weirdly, he was like one of my biggest like aspirations. When I first started training, like I would always watch his highlight videos and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I thought I was gonna be like this nasty, like Taekwondo kicker type guy, karate guy. like the complete opposite. But
you're a brawler killer.
Yeah. Dream matchup. I don't know. That's probably picking fights is probably the worst aspect I have of fighting. I feel like I'll fight anyone. So like I just wait for that name to come across and it's go time.
I guess that's kind of a cool way to think of it. If you're gonna be the guy, you're gonna have to fight everybody. So I guess
yeah. I always like to say, like, I want to be the bad matchup. I want to be the guy that, like, when my name comes across your name, like, you're like, ugh, I don't know, man. Like,
maybe find me somebody different. Yeah. That's kind of cool. That's a good answer, bro. Like, that's a good way to think of it. And
thank you.
I feel like your career, they've been bringing you up perfect and kind of getting your name out there. And then UFC's been giving you a good push, giving you some cool opportunities and TV spots and stuff like that. And I mean, when you fight, everybody's watching from the islands. It's kind of cool, man. And have you noticed that you're getting more popular and stuff like that?
In a way, like, I'm super grateful. Like, I noticed the push they give me, and I can kind of feel it. And I don't feel it too much in real life. Like, maybe I get recognized like 1 or 2 more times than before, but like it's not to where like I'm benefiting from it. Like, I'm not getting free concert tickets yet, or like, not cool.
Somebody comping your meal or anything.
Yeah. Nothing cool yet.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, after they air this show, then
I'll get everything. I'll get everything.
Yeah. I wish it was that easy. Well, man, we do appreciate you coming on the show. I've been a fan since the time I met you, and you're cool, personable, and someone I kind of thought was super cool and watched your career take off. And right, you rep Hawaii very well. You are very respected, and I've never heard anything but nice things about you. And Brad, we're excited to see how far you take this career, man. And you do put in that work, so your work ethic matches everything that you've been achieving. So that's kind of cool. Hopefully your next one is soon, and you get to showcase your talents, and we'll be watching, man.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I hope I can fight soon too, man. I'm itching. I want to fight again.
Yeah, and then once you're big time and champion, you got to come back on our show, man. Don't forget us.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be an honor again.
Yeah, it'd be an honor for us, man. And Instagram, where can people find you, man, if they want to check out what you got going on?
I believe I am Punahele _Soriano.
All right.
I think that's it.
All right, check them out. And you can find us at atbpod.com, Above the Bridge Podcasts on Instagram and on YouTube. Our shows are all over there, and you can check out Boy Band John's Instagram is BBJ8 the letter 08. Go check him out on Instagram, give him a follow, check out all his crazy videos, and check him out. Go cheer this kid on, man. He got a lot of stuff going for him, and Hawaii always rallies around our athletes and somebody that's doing good things. So we're all fans, man, and we want to see you get that strap, dude. That'd be cool, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show. Shakas for the cameras. All right, man.
Thank you.
And shout out to the Artist Group Network. We're out. Aloha.